Alright, hello. Alright, hi. Welcome to the first video of Team L.O.C. We are a new esports for Pokemon TCG, and today I'd just like to go over a deck build that I have made. So, this is Joltik box, and I'm just going to go over the cards and talk you through how you can play this and see if you would like to play this as well. So, for the first two cards, we got Pikachu EX. He is going to be one of two main attackers in this deck, with his Topaz Bolt for 300, using a Grass, Electric, and Steel energy doing 300, and discarding those energies from it afterwards. And it's got its Resolute Heart ability, letting it not be one-shot by things like Dragapult, Screamtail, and other cards that can do major damage. Our main way to get energy attachments to our cards is through Joltik. Joltik for one colorless lets you grab two basic grass and two basic electric and attach them to any Pokemon in any way you like. And I've thrown in a Galvantula EX in this deck to synergize with Joltik as a extra attacker to get over things like Cornerstone and just to do extra damage in case you can't get an Iron Hands or a Pikachu out in the early game. Now, Iron Hands. This is a very good attacker. He is what you will mostly be using with Joltik. You'll be using Joltik's four energies to either double half and half with Pikachu and Iron Hands, or you can put all four onto Iron Hands EX and amp you very much, taking two prizes on some of your opponent's weaker Pokemon, letting you get ahead in that prize trade. Now, Miraidon. Miraidon is a Pokemon that you want to play at the start of your turn, which lets you grab two basic electric Pokemon from your deck. And normally what you'll do is you'll grab Miraidon out on front, and you will grab Iron Hands and Pikachu if you have Joltik on the bench. If not, you can grab Joltik and Pikachu or Joltik and Iron Hands, whichever you prefer you'd like to play at the time. And now we have Blood Moon. Blood Moon is that end of game attacker for when you've exhausted all resources and you need that one final turn to win the game. Now Mew. Mew EX is a Pokemon that we necessarily won't be using for attacking, we'll be using for his ability Restart, letting us draw until we have three cards in our hand, just for that extra cards in hand. And same thing with Pheasantipity. Now, while you can attack with Pheasantipity, we're mostly going to be using the Flip the Script. Now, Iron Leaves. Iron Leaves is in here to deal with those Dark-type Pokemon. Now, Iron Leaves has the Rapid Vernier ability. When you play it on your bench, you can move it to the active and take energies from your Pokemon and attach them to Iron Leaves EX. Downside is it cannot attack the next turn we play. Latias EX. This is a must-have in a deck like this, letting you have zero retreat cost on all basic Pokemons. Yes, it doesn't work with Galvantula EX, but that's just one Pokemon. Lily's Clefairy, letting us deal with those dragon types. Now, you don't necessarily have to play Lily's Clefairy, but I play it. And now, for our last Pokemon, we have Genesect. I play Genesect for the Ace Nullifier ability. When it has a tool on it, it stops your opponent from playing Apex. This can stop Godango from powering up. It can stop Unfair Stamp, Prime Catcher, Precious Trolley, you name it. It can basically shut down most decks just on its own. Now, Crispin. Crispin is another way to power up Pikachu because we need that steel energy for Pikachu. And it also can be used for any other thing. Crispin is just a very good card, good staple card. Arven. This is how you can get most of your cards. This is how you're going to get most of your tools and cards like Nest Balls, Ultra Balls, even your Ace Spec. Now, boss's orders. I run a 4 count of boss, and this is just for when we need to switch in for an Iron Hands knockout for game, or just to disrupt the opponent. Now we've got a 4 count of nest ball. These are to get your basic EXs like Miraidon or Joltik. Say you don't have one of your Pokemon is prized and you didn't get a good hand. Nest balls. That's what we're going to be using. Even just for Blood Moon and not Monkey Dory, Mew EX. Pokegear 3.0. This is a way to search for supporters. You look at the top 7 and you reveal a supporter you find there in your hand and shuffle the rest back in your deck. This is a very good card, especially if you don't get a good hand. Ultra Ball's in here for if you don't pull the Nest Ball and you need a card like Galvantula, like Prime Catcher. So, the Prime Catcher, I run this in this deck just because I think it synergizes really well. And it's a different way to not needing to use a boss. The one Earthen Vessel is to grab the Psychic and Steel energies without having to exhaust a Crispin or use a Joltik to power up Pikachu. I run 2 Bravery Charms, and these are to protect Pikachu from getting damage counters on it from Monkey Dory, Dragapult, so that he can still stay at 200 health, so he does not get knocked out in 2 turns with like a Dragapult combo with a Monkey Dory combo or something like that. Rescue Board is made for Genesect because with Latios you're normally going to be running all basics, so there's no need to really play a Rescue Board, so it's mostly for Genesect, just for the tool. It can also be used for Galvantula EX since it's the only stage 1 in this deck. Super Rod is to get energies back from the discard. I have been thinking of switching it in for Energy Recycler, adding 2 more energies to the discard pile back to the deck instead of Super Rod. But there's been times where I've needed to grab 2 energies and a Pokemon instead, so I think I'm going to keep the Super Rod. The 1 count of Iono, it's not that important. I run it just because it's always nice to have an Iono to refresh your hand. But your opponent will most likely use Ionos for you anyway, so there's no reason to run more than that. Future Booster Energy Capsule. This is for your Iron Hands EX, giving it that free retreat cost if you can't pull out a Latios EX, and you do 20 more damage. Now, Gravity Mountain. This is a very good stadium. This is how you can knock out those Dragapults and Gardevoirs with your Pikachu EX and disrupt the entire game. Basic stage 2s like Dragapult and Gardevoir will lose 30 HP in play, both yours and your opponent's, but it lets Pikachu take those big prize knockouts. And for energy counts, we're going to be running a 5-5 Grass Electric with a 2-2 basic energies of Steel and Psychic. And that is the 60 card deck list. And I just wanted to hop on here and talk to you about this deck list and see what you guys think of it.